If your PC feels slow, stutters in games, or your FPS keeps dropping, stop changing random Windows settings. There's a much cleaner way to optimize CPU, memory, power, latency, gaming, and network settings from one place. So in this video, I'll show you how to use a PC optimization tool for smoother gaming and better performance. Once you open the tool, you'll land on the main dashboard. This is where I'd start before touching any tweak. At the top, you can quickly see your CPU usage, GPU usage, and RAM usage in real time. That gives you a simple snapshot of what the system is doing before optimization. If CPU usage is unusually high while you're doing almost nothing, background tasks may be the issue. If RAM usage is already close to full, the system may be under memory pressure. And if GPU usage stays low while you're gaming, the problem may be coming from another part of the system instead of the GPU itself. So rather than guessing, the dashboard gives you a quick starting point. You'll also see tools and utilities on the same page. This gives you fast access to features like System Cleaner, Boost Mode, Driver Update, and Power Plan without digging through Windows one menu at a time. If you want to clear unnecessary files, switch performance behavior, check drivers, or change the power setup, you can jump straight into it from here. The dashboard also shows system health and tuning status, which gives you a quick idea of how much of the PC has already been optimized. Alright, with the overview out of the way, let's move into system tuning. This section is split into different areas such as core, Windows, startup and boot, services, background tasks, and storage. Each category handles a different part of the operating system. Core focuses on deeper system-level behavior. Windows is for general Windows settings. Startup and boot handles what happens when the PC starts. Services and background tasks are useful for reducing unnecessary activity running behind your games. And storage is where you'll find drive-related cleanup and performance options. There's one rule I want you to follow throughout this tool. Don't enable every tweak just because it exists. Read the description first. If the option has a warning icon, pay extra attention to what it changes. Some settings are perfectly fine on one PC but make no sense on another. The safest way to use TweakShift is simple. Understand the tweak, check whether it applies to your system, and then enable it. To apply one, just click Enable. From here, let's open the performance section. If your main goal is higher FPS, cleaner frame times, or lower input delay, this is one of the sections you'll spend the most time in. You'll see categories such as CPU, memory, power, and latency. CPU options are focused on processor responsiveness and performance behavior. Memory settings deal with how Windows handles RAM. Power tweaks help stop the system from being too aggressive with power saving. And latency is where you'll find settings aimed more at responsiveness and input feel. The important thing is to use the section based on the problem you actually have. If your game feels delayed, start with the latency related options. If your processor isn't reacting properly under load, focus on CPU and power. If the whole PC feels overloaded, memory and background related changes may matter more. Again, there's no benefit in turning everything on just to say the system is fully optimized. Use the tweaks that actually match the problem. Now let's move into one of the quickest ways to configure the system, Boost Mode. This section gives you ready-made performance profiles. Instead of making you choose every single tweak manually, you'll see modes like Safe Gaming Mode, Competitive Mode, Privacy Clean Mode, and Extreme Mode. Safe Gaming Mode is the better starting point if you want a reliable setup without pushing things too far. Competitive Mode is the profile I'd recommend most gamers test first. Privacy Clean Mode is more focused on reducing privacy-related and background data activity. And Extreme Mode is the most aggressive option. I would only use Extreme Mode if you understand what the tool is changing and you're comfortable testing the system afterward. For most gaming PCs, start with Competitive Mode. Select it and click Apply Mode. That gives you a performance-focused baseline in one click. And the useful part is that you're not locked into it forever. You can test the result and reverse changes if something doesn't work well on your machine. If you don't want to spend time going through every category manually, Boost Mode is probably the easiest place to begin. Now let's check the hardware section. This area focuses more on hardware-related behavior, device responsiveness, and driver-side configuration. That matters because Windows optimization alone isn't the entire picture. Your devices, drivers, and hardware configuration can also affect how consistent the PC feels while gaming. Go through the options slowly. If a tweak clearly applies to your hardware, use it. If you don't understand what it changes, leave it alone until you do. That's much better than forcing a setting simply because it has the word performance in the name. From there, open the network section. If you play online games, this is where things get more interesting. You'll see tabs such as General, DNS, and Adapter. The General section covers broader network-related changes. DNS handles DNS configuration, and Adapter focuses on your Ethernet or Wi-Fi device behavior. High FPS won't save an online match if your connection is unstable. Ping spikes, packet loss, or delayed network response can make a game feel heavy even when the FPS counter looks perfect. So if your issue is mostly happening online, spend some time here and test the relevant settings. Read what each option changes before enabling it, especially adapter-related tweaks. The next area is privacy and security. Here you'll find categories like privacy, telemetry, security, permissions, and protection. Some privacy and telemetry options can reduce unnecessary background activity. But security-related settings deserve more care. If you don't clearly understand a security tweak, don't disable it just to chase a tiny performance difference. A fast PC that is badly protected is not a good optimization. Use this section selectively and only change what makes sense for your own setup. Now let's go to the section most gamers will probably care about the most: gaming. This area collects gaming-focused tweaks in one place. Depending on the option, these can target FPS consistency, responsiveness, background game behavior, or Windows gaming settings. Go through them one by one. If your priority is raw performance, focus on the FPS-related options. If the game feels heavy, even with decent FPS, look more closely at latency and responsiveness settings. And if you're working with a weaker PC, start with the safer options before moving into anything aggressive. Test after changes instead of stacking 20 tweaks and then having no idea which one actually helped. There's also a feature here specifically for Fortnite potato graphics. This is aimed at players who care more about FPS than visual quality. You get 3 levels: light potato graphics, medium potato graphics, and max potato graphics. Light keeps more of the normal visual look while reducing some graphics load. Medium pushes things further toward performance. And max is for players who mainly care about getting the game as light as possible. This works across Nvidia, AMD, and Intel, so it isn't tied to one specific GPU brand. If you're running Fortnite on a lower-end PC, this is definitely one of the features worth testing. Apply the preset, restart, or relaunch the game if needed, then compare the same map and settings you used before. Now let's quickly check the update center. This is important because an optimization tool should never stay frozen on an old version. If there's a new update available, install it before doing major tuning. Updates can fix bugs, improve how tweaks behave, add new options, and make the tool more stable overall. So before applying a big set of changes, make sure TweakShift Classic itself is up to date. I'll also show my own before and after benchmarks on screen so you can see the kind of difference the optimization made in the games I tested. Then you can run the same comparison on your own PC. The tool used in this video is TweakShift Classic. You can download TweakShift Classic from my official Discord server. I'll leave the Discord link in the description. I'll also include the official website link below so you can check the latest information and updates. If this video helped you understand how to use TweakShift Classic properly, drop a like and comment which mode worked best for your system: safe gaming mode, competitive mode, or extreme mode. I'll see you in the next one.